Welcome everyone. Today we are breaking down one of the most important foundations of the ServiceNow customer service management, which is the business model. This is because in customer service management, nothing works properly unless the customer data model is right at the beginning. It's case visibility, which also depend on this model, uh, but really depend on it. Not only that, the business model will also impact the entitlement, the change based on the customer type, and even the SLAs, the service level agreements. They all fire accurately based on the model that is configured at the beginning. So here is the secret. Clean data models, correct data models is really helpful to have the correct workflows engine that can help you have a seamless CSM customer service management. So before you customize anything, you have to first, or before you configure anything, you have to configure first the right business model for your customer service management for your clients. So when you talk at the beginning with your clients, you have to make sure understand what type of business model they have. Is it B2C, B2B, or B2B2C? Okay. Now, this means is your client has business to consumer, or business to business, or business to business, and then the consumer. So you have to make sure all these need to be clearly done at the beginning. All right, now we're going to go ahead and dive that deeper into it. And going to make sure you understand that, and also this really will help you answer your like in case some questions will come definitely on the certified implementation on CSM, which is customer service management. All right, the first scenario I have here for you guys is that digital innovation have mobile app subscribers. So in that, digital innovations have sells a premium AI training mobile app directly to individual customers that create personal accounts, pay with personal credit card, and submit case from the self-service portal. So now the question is, what business model should be selected for these customers? Okay, what business? Now, here's a clue I can give you. Now, there is a business here, and that business is linked to the consumer. So, because of that, if you select B2C, business to consumer, because you have the digital innovation hub, under that, they have a consumers who can do all of these different things, which is accessing their cards, submitting a case, and also self-service portal through the self-service portal. So for this business case, the correct model, um, the data model that must be selected for this one is business to consumer, which is B2C. All right, B2C applies when these individuals and the company are the customer records. Each user acts as a both consumer and also contact. No organizational structures are needed in this case. Great. Gonna move on to the second scenario. In this scenario, talking about True Media Enterprise Licensing. True Media sells a video editing SaaS platform to a large corporations. Each corporate customers, now remember here, each corporate customer has a multi-department contract agreements and assigned support entitlements. Employees submit case on behalf of their organization. Great. Now, what is the best business model that can fit for this one? Now, if you think on this one, okay, you're absolutely correct. If you pick B2B, business to business, because there's no any end user in this case, there is a business to business relationship. So the reason big is that the business to business really fits. when this organization is the primary customer with their contact employee associated to it. Okay, what if there is the employee are that organization, so there is organization to organization, there's not end user. In this case, that is the correct answer, which is B2B, or the correct business model that need to be picked for this one is the business to business. That's the model we have to pick. Okay, now let's move on to the third scenario that I have for you guys. In this scenario, we have Akhira TV with corporate partner and individual subscribers. Now, Akhira TV sells bulk content licensing to Islamic Media Network, corporate customers. And then that corporate customers sell this individual monthly subscription to the consumer. Now, remember, there is a consumer here, there is a corporate here, and then on top of that, there is an Akhira TV. So there are three things that we can see. Now, what is the best business model configuration is needed for this one? The best business model is going to be a multi-level, which is the business, Akhira TV, to a business, the corporate customers, the business or those networks, Islamic networks. And then from there, they have those corporate networks will have what? A consumers. That's going to result to a business to consumer. So what you're going to combine is that there's a business to business, business to consumer. So that will be the best approach. We can go ahead and work on this one. So Khaira TV serve an organization, and then that organization, individuals, consumers, a multi-level, which use when that company role and the consumer's role exist in this kind of simultaneously in the customer base. Awesome. Now the fourth scenario here is that ServiceNow starts selling API to a parent company and its retail customers. Now ServiceNow start provide an API platform to TechChain Corp. Now TechChain then resells those API access, gonna resell those API access to its own retail users. Support cases sometimes come from the TechChain and sometimes come from the downstream consumers. Now, what is the best business model? So I'll give you just a few seconds here to think. Now remember this, you have a business and then another business, and then that business has a consumer, okay? Because it's gonna come right there from the consumer. So the best business model for this one that we need to set up is the business to consumer, okay? We use this one because our company sells to another company, and then that server, which is the final, that serve the final consumer. So both layers may appear on the case management flow, and that's going to be the best business model that we're going to create for this one. Now we are halfway. The fifth scenario, Digital Innovations Hub employee IT support. Employees of Digital Innovation Hub log CSM case internally to request access to premium tools, learning content, and internal service desk. What is the correct business model in this case? Okay, the correct business case on this case, you have a business to your employee. Okay, there is an organization right there, which is the business, and then you have an employee within it. So employee just the consumers, okay? Then you have a business to employee. This applies when your employee are the customer of your internal service through the customer service management under your HRSD, the human service. So you have right there premier tools, learning contents through there. So there's an employee right there. They're not really end users like the consumers, but they are employees. So the business model that we're going to set for this one is a business to the end one is employee. There's no another business. Okay. Now we're going to move to the sixth scenario. Number 6, true media production company with multiple sub-brands. Okay. A large media company owns three sub-brands that all use TrueMedia's editing suite. Now, support case come from any brand, but billing and also SLA are managed at the parent company level. What is the correct business model? Now, the correct business model in this case, there is a multi-level parent subsidiaries. This multi-level support hierarchical account allowing the SLA or contracts or any entitlement and asset ownership to inherit from the parent to the child. So it's going to come from the parent all the way down to the child. Okay. The scenario 7, we have an Akhira TV right here, an Akhira TV independent creator, and also their subcontractors. So Akhira TV sell creator management platform. Creators are a business. You have Akhira TV right, that's a business. You have creators, they are by themselves a business, but each also has thousands of individual followers who consume the content. So this directly is going to go to the accurate business model will be business to business consumer. Okay, why? Because the business or the creators are a business and the followers are a consumers, and the platform provide the provider, it's you. So this is the classic platform creator consumer structure that can be created out of this. Now the A scenario we have here, ServiceNow Star Consulting Group within a holding company. ServiceNow Star sells consulting package to holding company with 12 subsidiaries. Now, each subsidiary has its own contract and entitlement. Support case must be tracked separately by subsidiaries. Now, which business model support this one? Now, in this case, we have a fundamentally a B2B, but using a multi-level account hierarchy to separate the entitlement and also the contract. So what we're going to have on this case is that the business model will be a B2B, business to business. Great. Now moving on to the 9 scenario, through media retail customers and also white label corporate account. Corporate account. Now, a low cost individual plan B2B consumers. A white label platform for marketing firm is a B2B organization because you are here to two organizations between the true media retail customers and also the white label corporate. So it's between the them. Then it's going to be a B2B corporate to corporate. Okay. All right. The 10th one scenario is a digital innovation hub partner network. So digital innovation hub sells. They are selling consulting companies that resell the tools to their own client. Support cases may originate from the partner company, tier 1, and then the partner's consumer, which is a tier 2. And what's the business model support? Now, in this case, you have a business to business and then consumer because you have 3 tiers in this case. Your tier 1, you have your company, and also the second tier is the customers, but then at the top you have the big business right there. Okay, that really covers an important topic that is covered on today. Thank you for joining us. We just break down one of the most important foundations of ServiceNow CSM business model. So if you didn't set the business model correctly, it really impacts how your case visibility, not only that, your entitlement, and even the SLA, all of that will be in problem. So you may be resulting to customize at the end. So you have to avoid customization. So you have to correctly configure what business model your client need to follow, and that way you can set it up correctly. All right, guys, thank you for joining us. This is Mohammed Rashid Kamal, your certified technical architect. Until I'll see you with another session. Until then, have a great day.